I've never done FBA, but I think dropshipping's it's a great model. I mean, I don't do anything. I have a virtual assistant that does most of the order fulfilling for me. I don't need to own a warehouse. I don't need to buy the actual product. So, I just buy it from my credit card straight to the person. That's it. I got an American Express Black Card at 20. So, and right now I travel the world for free.
Yeah. Look, pull in the spot. Oh, watch how I drop. Believe it or not, this isn't all that I got. They told me to rock. That's not how I rock. Now I gotta pop Madonna.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ricky in the Flip Lab, and today I'm joined with Andrew Cruz.
What's up, guys?
20 years old, guys, out of LA, already retired his mom. Tell me a little bit more, man, about who you are. What you got going on?
Yeah, so my name is Andrew, like Ricky mentioned. I started wholesaling at 18 years old with my guy. He's in the studio too. His name is Leo. I was actually going to college for a semester, and I was doing amazing in college. Being a teacher's pet and all. I had all straight A's, and I got a call from my guy. He pitched me the vision of wholesaling, of what it can bring me to my family as well. And I actually thought it was a great opportunity. And without hesitation, I was like, yeah, I'm dropping out of college and I'm going straight into wholesaling full time, right? Without even knowing what I was actually going to get myself into. I thought it was going to be like a pretty ride. We were going to go visit nice houses and stuff, but
right.
It was nothing what I imagined.
Yeah, I know. You see on like Instagram and shit, like just the Lambos, and it's like, make money fast.
Yeah,
but
man.
That's not really what wholesaling is.
Nah, it was actually a really tough journey for us because we actually started at Starbucks. We were cold calling every single day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday. We had no breaks, right? Like I missed out on parties. I missed out on family birthdays, right? Just to cold call, basically. And the thing is, we had no mentor. We had no guidance or anything. So we were just calling off Zillow leads, right? We didn't have any money for marketing. So we used this website called True People Search.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I've used that.
Yeah. And so we would just write down all of the phone numbers on a notebook, and we would call that every single day. And my guy Leo always pushed us, and he's like, we're not going home until we get a lead. We're not going home until we get an offer out. And that's kind of what we basically did. We were cold calling for about I'd say 7 months. And it was hard because we weren't getting paid. We were at Starbucks every single day, and when you're in that stage, you feel like giving up.
So much rejection, cold calling, like when it comes to real estate, because it's literally like you're just searching for that motivated seller. Most aren't, 99%.
Yeah,
it's not one of those sales where I had another cold calling job, and you can kind of turn someone into a buyer. They might not be interested, but then all of a sudden, you sell them whatever product you got.
Exactly.
But in wholesaling, you can't convince someone to sell their house for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
You have to run into that right situation.
Exactly. And that's kind of what we didn't know. We didn't know that we needed to get off market properties, right? We were calling Zillow leads. So
right.
We didn't have a right guidance, like I mentioned before. So that's kind of what we were doing for a while. Right. And when we got someone who was interested in selling, we were like, damn, we're going to get paid. But in reality, that wasn't even a real lead.
Right.
Yeah. And, we later learned on that, the average person, sells and buys 2 or 3 homes in their entire life. So it's more of an emotional decision than an impulsive decision rather than a more I guess you can say kind of running the numbers and stuff.
Right. Like most people that aren't business guys like us or aren't buying a bunch of houses.
Exactly.
They're thinking more with that emotional side of their brain of our kids grew up in this house. This has been with the family for 50 years. We're just looking at it dollars and cents.
Exactly.
So it's definitely a lot of the times, you're trying to though pull that emotion away from them and get them thinking in more of a logical state of mind of, is this the best way for you to sell the house to me? Yeah. But most people aren't though. In wholesaling, most sellers are not just going to be a good fit for you.
That's true. And later on the line, right, we, my buddy, he's a closer. So we actually met up a couple people in San Diego who were crushing it in the Inland Empire, right? And they were like, let's go to their event. So we went to their event, right? And we learned so much about wholesaling. We learned that it's only off-market properties, right? There's this thing called Podio. And we're like, damn, this is a game changer for us, guys. After that day, they saw us a powerful trio, right? And everybody was like, Jay, well, his name is Jay and Levi, right? They're like, let's bring them onto the team.
How old were you guys at the time?
We were like 19 years old.
Damn. So yeah, just young hustlers.
Yeah, we were 19 years old, young hustlers, right? And then so we're like, damn, we got a job opportunity to learn how to wholesale like legitly. And my guys and I, we used to drive to San Diego every single day.
Didn't you drive like you said, like 2 hours or something?
Oh yeah, we used to drive 2 hours
every day,
every minute. Like it was crazy. It was in the summertime too, so it was hot. We were in this like little pickup truck, right? There was no AC. It was like it's a 3-seater, so we're all crammed up in there, driving every day 2 hours. So we used to wake up at 4, right? We used to drive 2 hours out there. We used to get there at 7 before the entire team got there. We used to get there before the team got there, right? We used to master our pitch, master our sales, right? And we basically learned wholesaling throughout the entire day. We would leave around like 10, 11. We'd get home like at 12. Or sometimes we would leave earlier. But the thing is, like when we went home, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna go chill back in our house. And I was like, we gotta learn more. We gotta perfect. I guess we gotta plan, like ahead and shit.
Yeah.
And master our sales and pitch.
You have to perfect that craft. I mean, exactly. I tell people it's like the only way to do it too is like repetition.
Exactly.
It's like, how do you get so good at objection handling? You just have to role play. You have to be in those situations. You have to make those cold calls.
And that's true. And, once we were in there, it was a total game changer. We learned about this thing called Zen Call, some dialer. And we're like, damn, we don't have to manually call each phone number. We can just put it on the Excel sheet and we'll just wait until someone answers.
Right. Those triple dialers where, for those that you don't know, you could buy these dialers and it'll just dial like 3 to 5 numbers at the same time.
Exactly.
And whoever picks up, it just connects to that line and disconnects the other. Yeah. So instead of sitting there, hand dialing all these calls, you could get through a lot more calls, which I've always said, like wholesaling for the most part, it's a volume game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, right now, my guy, he's in the Inland Empire. He's crushing it. He's doing 200,000 dials a day. That's like, we would never think we would be able to do that. So that's pretty good, and then, later on we did our own thing. But eventually, we all came back together and now we're like fucking running a powerful company together. So.
Yeah. So I know you were wholesaling, you were doing that really successfully.
Yeah.
You were doing like 100 to 200,000 in wholesales a month.
Exactly.
Doing great, crushing it. But then you stopped doing that.
Yeah. The reason why I stopped, I think when we first started wholesaling, right, we always said to each other, the reason why we're getting into wholesaling is to build capital so we can build other bigger businesses to sell, right? And we need to stick to our plan. Even if we were doing good, we had to stick to our plan. So I left wholesaling, right? I opened up my e-commerce stores, and right now my e-commerce stores are providing cash flow like crazy, like 20K a month, like net profit. Like this is not like gross, right? I'm able to take care of my parents now.
20K a month.
Yeah, 20K a month. So I'm spending about like $200,000, even $300,000 a month on just my credit cards. I learned credit through actually YouTube and Google. So, and then,
but you're 20 years old and you're cash flowing $20,000 a month.
Yeah.
Like if you think about, a lot of people think cash flow. What's the first thing that they think?
Exactly.
They think usually like rental properties, real estate.
Yeah.
So think about, to get on average a property, single family, you might cash flow $200-$300 a month. So to get up to 20,000, you'd have to own hundreds of properties. And it sounds like you're doing that
off of one store,
just off of one Amazon store.
Yeah, Amazon store, correct.
So tell people that don't know about that business model, like what's going on. Are you drop shipping? Are you doing FBA?
Yeah, so if you go to your childhood malls, you can see that it's all run down. They're empty.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are going to malls. Every time you want to look up on something on, maybe you want to buy some baby wipes, where you're going to look at Amazon, right? Because you want to see, you don't want to drive to the mall, especially now with the high prices of gases and stuff. You just order it on Amazon. It comes the next day, right? So we do drop shipping, right? The reason why we do drop shipping is because we can leverage our credit. So, let's say for instance, we find this like bottled water at Walmart for like $5, right? Mm-hmm. We'll sell it on Amazon for $10. So we don't actually buy the product until someone actually buys the product. So, I've never done FBA. But I think dropshipping's it's a great model. I mean, I don't do anything. I have a virtual assistant that does most of the order fulfilling for me. I don't need to own a warehouse. I don't need to buy the actual product. So, I just buy it from my credit card straight to the person. That's it.
Yeah. I know I'm hearing a lot of people kind of getting into this whole like Amazon and automating it. So like you could kind of just, if you have lines of credit or you have credit cards, you can kind of just put a bunch of money on them. And then, you're not really having to create a bunch of capital up front to start cash flowing like you might with real estate or something where unless you're burning property super cheap, you're having to leave a lot of money into a real estate deal to cash flow well. Yeah. And it sounds like with these e-commerce stores, you can kind of just leverage credit to do that.
Oh, exactly. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to buy, cash flow properties, rental properties as well. But, with rental properties, there's a lot of benefits like tax benefits, right? You build equity and stuff. But with e-commerce, you make fast cash, but keep in mind you do get tax on that $20,000 you make. So you don't keep that full $20,000.
You get those credit card benefits though, right?
Oh yeah,
that's how you got that Black Card.
Yeah, I got an American Express Black Card at 20. So and right now I travel the world for free. I mean, all my points. If I'm spending $300,000 a month on just my e-com stores, I'm getting 300,000 points, right? That's like I believe like $3,000 worth of flights. You can even, depending on how good you are with your credit and credit travel hacks, you can actually, you can even be like $5,000, $10,000 even.
Damn.
Yeah. So
that's why y'all's crew, since you've been in Phoenix, just been traveling around in all these black SUVs.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that, man. So I know you have the e-commerce thing going on. You were successful in wholesaling, but what about Simplify REI?
Oh yeah. So we started this Simplify REI with my guy. His name is Frank. So I see that, starting new people who will start off, right? They don't have the proper tools and the proper system, right? We actually created this proper system, right? We did like 10 transactions in a month. So I know what a full A through Z transaction is, what, starting from locking up the deal, from the acquisitions, sending it to the dispositions team, right? Mm-hmm. For the dispositions to actually market the team, the deal, right? To the transaction is getting the deal and making sure that they close the entire transaction step-by-step checklist, right? And a lot of wholesalers don't do volume. And I know there's a lot of CRMs out there, but there's people that are actually are not doing volume, right? They're doing closing like 1 or 2 deals a month,
right?
Maybe 3. Right. But most our grandfathers, let's say, are starting off, our new grandfather people who started off in the beginning. I mean, I see they're doing $100,000-$200,000 a month on just their wholesale fees. So I think it's a proven method. I think it's amazing. It's your entire company all in one platform, right? You can send contracts through there. You can do an automated process, automated follow-up through there, right? You can email blast your deal to everybody through that, just one click of a button. So we basically made your Simplify REI needs really simple.
Now, I know there's a bunch of different CRMs out there. There's all these different like data providers, list sourcing, all these different things. Like if you're new to the game, I feel like you go on Instagram, you watch a couple of wholesaling YouTube videos, you just start getting ads for like all these different products, right? And systems and things that say it's going to help your real estate business. Yeah. If you're new and starting out, why do you think someone should pick you guys, Simplify REI, over a lot of the competition out
Honestly, there? I always tell everybody, like, look, these are competitors. Go look at their pricing, go look at what they got to offer. I'm no one to hold a gun to your head, right? We basically, we tell them, like, this is, you look at this company, look at this company, look at this company. Like I tell people as well, is like, it all depends on what you actually do and your actual needs, right? I mean, like I said, there are grandfather people who started off on Podia are crushing it right now. So I just tell them, like, look, just, go with whatever you think is best, right, for you. Because at the end of the day, everyone has a different working style. Everyone has a different working method. So,
yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. It's just kind of, I guess, set up a call with you guys and then run through a demo and see if it's a good fit. Yeah. And if it is,
go to simplifyrei.net. You book a demo and we'll show you how powerful our CRM is.
Yeah, dude. I know I was talking to Frank yesterday, and he was saying just how, their CRM when they first started out cost them $20,000 by just not hitting follow up. I was just talking to my acquisition manager yesterday, and we had 32 leads in March. that hadn't been really called or moved or touched. No setup follow-up calls set. So I know we're losing money by not being on top of those follow-ups.
Yeah. I mean, from our KPIs, right, our key performance indicators, right, we see that 60, even 40% of your business is on, all through follow-ups. You never close someone on the first touch, right? So we make it simple. Click of a button automatically sends them messages and emails and even voicemails whenever you customize it to, right? It automatically follows up with them. Then the system tells you once they reach out to you back again, you can just stop your drip campaign, or you just have your lead acquisition manager follow up with them and actually close them on the spot. Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a huge part of the sales process. You obviously have to know how to generate leads.
Exactly.
And you have to know how to close leads. Yeah. But there's that middle part of you have to know how to work leads. And unlike a lot of other products you might be selling over the phone, real estate takes time. Like you said, people, they own 1 to 2 houses their whole life. This is probably one of their biggest financial decisions they ever make. Exactly. So you can't just expect like you're knocking on the door, get someone to sign up for solar or something, by telling them some benefits. You have to, people get ready to sell and then they need weeks and months. They have family to talk to. So you got to stay on top of those. Yeah. I know we just had a deal in New Jersey. We're making over 100,000 on this flip. The lead came in through an SEO lead. Oh, wow. And I probably had 25 to 30 touch points over 6 months with the seller to get the deal. So if you don't have a good system in place to stay on top of leads like that, it'd be easy to just get caught up in yesterday's leads and forget about that moneymaker that came in 6 months ago. Yeah. So that's kind of what you guys can help out with.
Yeah. And like we tell everybody, I mean, you spent thousands of dollars on marketing, depending on who you are, right? Yeah. Why are you going to throw all those leads away? And you can either refer it to a realtor or, your follow-ups, all those dead leads will eventually turn into a lead for either a realtor or even for yourself.
Yeah. Right. Even though we don't do creative finance deals. So like low equity stuff, we have people that we send them to try to get a small referral fee off of. Because even if you get small drips from realtors paying you, finders fees and other wholesalers, that could cover your marketing expenses every single month. Yeah. Just off of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, just be resourceful. I always tell all these new entrepreneurs, people who are starting, be resourceful. If the internet is really powerful too. So you can find anything and everything on the internet. It's free. Yeah. Everybody that, if you go to a mentorship, right, or a credit course or whatever, all these people, I guarantee you, everything they teach is on the internet.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Yeah. I've done a lot of data stuff with my business, right? The expensive data, cheap data. If I'm starting out, right, and I'm thinking about running a list through Mojo Dialer, $40 a month. I can run as many phone numbers as I want. Why should I not do that and get quality skip tracing like you guys provide?
Honestly, we provide really quality skips because so everybody says like, oh, well, we get our leads daily. County doesn't, on serious note, county doesn't update their leads every 6 months. So we get them as soon as they update it every 6 months. So we'll say the freshest list, right? And what we learned is, you don't just call that list one time. You call those lists like 10 times, 15 times, even 30 times. Yeah. Right. Until they tell you, stop fucking calling me.
We still call those people.
Yeah. We still call those people at the end of the day, but just keep it, depending on where you are, you might get a lawsuit and stuff. So just take care of that.
Okay. So that's, I think that's really all we had today. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to kind of leave on like a last final note for people of maybe what you have coming next? I mean, you're 20 years old. You've been crushing it since you were like 18, it sounds like. What's the future hold?
Yeah. I mean, for all of you investors, all you wholesalers are making a lot of good money. Pure Life is what we're starting off with my partner, right? We're selling automated e-commerce stores, Walmart stores, Amazon stores as well. And for all of you people that, that need to build, actual money and stuff and credit, I mean, start wholesaling, right? Get a platform at simplifyrei.net and start your wholesale operation as well. So, all
right, man. Andrew Cruz, 20 years old, retired his mom already, has a black card, just killing the game. Already has 3 successful businesses going. So, excited to see what you have in the future, man.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you.